Hi everyone. It is Sunday, October 23rd, and I think 22nd? 23rd. Pretty sure it's 23rd. Um anyway, not that it matters. It is Sunday. And if you're new here, my name is Luann and I am walking through my grief journey from several losses, but especially from my husband. I lost him in March of 2020 to liver cancer. And it's just been 2.5 years of sadness and loss of myself and um, just fighting to come back from it this year. And I wouldn't say this whole year, but within the last couple of months, I feel like I'm starting to get to the point of healing. Um, I really do. I feel like I'm healing. I've had about a month of not the greatest place of mind, and I don't know what happened or why, but I came up on a first with my mom not being here for her birthday. I lost her in March of this year, and I don't know if that had something to do with it. I mean, it's just been a constant reminder. August was the month that I was able to put my husband to rest because he died during COVID, and it was August was the first that I could actually have a service for him. So August started this weird spot for me. And then I went into September, which was the month that my mom was born. So, first birthday without her. And then October 3rd was the day that my dad passed away, and that was the 9 year anniversary. And I had a friend who had skin cancer surgery that day. And I can't remember what other thing happened on the 3rd, but there were three things that really just kind of um, were not great. And um, I don't know. It's just been hard to come back from those. I had a tough couple of, like I said, it's been a month, maybe 5 weeks now, that I've just been kind of not myself, not in a great place. Um, but I am feeling better this week. And I don't know. I mean, I still didn't get to the gym, y'all. Oh, I hate it. I just made another payment and I haven't been. And I've got to get into that. I've got to start taking better care of myself, get back to my healthier eating. I've not had any soda since, was it Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday. I'm trying really hard not to have any soda, drinking a lot of water. Um, Trying to think, like picking up lemonade and things like that. So I'm not drinking soda. And then Thursday of this week, a girl at our work quit, at my work, quit. Like, no notice, nothing, just had a meltdown during a meeting and quit. And it was so out of character for her and so sad to lose her, and which means my job is going to pick up even more. So there's that. Actually having a meeting on Tuesday with the bosses and the office manager to see what we need to pick up and what we're going to be doing. So, um, but yeah, that happened. And then Saturday, my son and I went to see the Halloween Ends movie because that's tradition with him. Um, we do every time a new Halloween movie comes out, we go see it. And to say I was disappointed in this one was an understatement. It was so slow, so poorly written. It just was so much of a letdown. Um, Not at all the way I expected it to end in any way. Um, so I won't say anything because I don't want to be a spoiler for y'all. But yeah, very disappointing. Very thankful that we have a theater in my town where it's only $5 a ticket to go, because if I'd have paid $12 to see this movie a piece, I'd have been a little upset. um, and then today, I volunteered my time, 4 hours today, to serve dinners at a local club. Um, they had a pool league there today, and we did a 50-50 raffle, and and served dinner. So that was nice. It's been a beautiful weekend. Weather has been high 70s, and in Michigan, that is crazy for this time of year. So been enjoying that. It's been 77, 78 degrees. So it's really been really nice. Tomorrow is also going to be, I think, 76, and then we go back to the 50s. So um, just tried to enjoy that. While I was home today, I left my patio door open so that the dogs could go in and out, while I organized and cleaned up my family room. The home that I'm in has a living room where I have my couch and TV, entertainment center. And then I have a um, family room. It's a bigger room, and I have a couch and end tables, coffee table in there, and a card table set up for either doing crochet projects or puzzles this winter, because if y'all know Michigan winters, there's a lot of times you don't get to go anywhere, so you got to have something to do. I am still looking for a couple items. I need 2 lamps. I need two dressers and a desk, and then I'm done. And I've been watching like Marketplace and things like that. So, um, I know I've been kind of in a weird place the last couple of weeks, and not gonna, was gonna say I apologize for that, but I don't, because it's all part of it. Um, I've done a lot of crying in the last 4 weeks. I did my husband's grave last weekend, as I told you before, and there's always tears with that. Um, but I get to the point where, like, when I have these bad times, I get to the point where I feel like no one cares about me and how I'm alone. And I know this is not true, but grief is ugly, and it's not logical in your brain. It doesn't make your brain function normally, because the things that you think about and you feel while you're in it, not they're not wrong, but it's almost, I don't know, it's so hard to drag yourself up out of that. Um, when I am in a really bad place with grief, I have to try to tell myself that it's a temporary thing. Um, People do care about me. People do check up on me. I have a friend that calls me every Sunday. We go out every Friday night, and then she calls me on Sunday to make sure that I've had an okay weekend, and always tells me, I hope you have a great week. Um, and I know that if I picked up the phone and called anyone on my list of friends up here, they would drop everything to talk to me. So I know I have people that care about me. But when you're in it and you're in I won't say it's depression, because it's not, it's grief. And when you're in it, it's just so hard to see all of the good things around you. You focus on, oh my God, my rent's due. Am I going to have it? Are my electric bills past due, but I'll pay it next week? It's okay. Just you've got all of these things that come up on you, and you're like, everything is 10 times magnified. Like, you're, I don't know, it's just like, well, nobody called me Saturday to go do something. Like nobody cares about me. It just goes in this pattern of, I don't know how to describe it. It's not silly. It's not, nothing's wrong. It's just how I feel, how I'm dealing with it. So if this doesn't hit you the same way, I'm just sharing my experience with you, and I'll always be honest with you. If you ask me a question, um, I will not sugarcoat things for you. So if you're here for that reason, then it's okay for you to leave, because I will never tell you that things get better. I will never tell you that after the first year it's smooth sailing, because honestly, your first year you're in a brain fog. You are in grief 1000% in it, and you're not functioning in a normal fashion. You are on survival mode. Once that lifts, and I'm going to tell you, it's after that first year, reality sets in. Year 2 for me was worse than year 1, because year 1, just masking it, living the day, not thinking twice about anything, just live in grief. Go to work, come home, cry, drink, whatever, to make it through the day. And year 2 is like, holy shit, like, this is reality now. This is it. I don't have support. I don't have, one of the things that hit me my second year was, I don't know if I had a panic attack or what on my way to work, but my pulse rate went up to like 115. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I had pain on both sides of my neck. And I just felt like I was going to pass out. Like I was and my chest was killing me. And I went to the hospital, and by ambulance on top of it, because I had been driving to work, and I literally couldn't drive anymore. Pulled over on the side of the road, called an ambulance. But I got to the hospital, and they're like, okay, well, is Chris still your emergency contact? We'll call him. And I started crying because I no longer had an emergency contact. I'm like, well, they're like, well, who can we call for you? And I'm like, I don't know. Who do I task that with? My daughter's in Texas. I was in Michigan at the time. My son was at work. I called my sister, who we've not, had the best relationship in the whole world. And she is, yeah, we just haven't had a good relationship. I'll leave it at that. Things like that are it just hits you. Like, I got admitted to the hospital, and I was like, my sister came to see me, and she's like, yeah, I told them I'm your emergency contact now. And I gave them my number. And I'm like, okay. It's these little things that set you off. It doesn't go away. I think you learn to deal with it better after the 2 years. I'm 2.5 years in, so year 1 and 2 were not great. And I will say it was until May of this year that I really started feeling better. Once I had moved back from Texas, I felt more settled and more comfortable here and more supported here. So, um, by friends. I mean, in Texas, I did have my daughter's 100% support. Don't get me wrong, but you can't lay that on your kid. Um, I don't know. I Everybody is going to grieve in their own way, and everybody is going to heal in their own way, and everybody is going to move on in their own way. And I just want you to know my experience and how what I feel is normal. Um, and I come on here because if this is your first time watching, this is better therapy for me than I tried therapy. I tried the grief counseling, and it just felt like my feelings were always not validated. Like, um, the way that my brain works is not the same as maybe yours, or maybe grief counseling would be awesome for you. It just didn't work for me. So, this is my therapy. This is my outlet here. I do come once a week. I could come several times a week, honestly. In the last month, probably should have been on here a little bit more because, like I said, I had some real difficult times. So, um, but I'm just trying to move past the worst of it, stay positive, be thankful to God every morning when I wake up. I try to remember that the first thing I should say is thank you, God, for waking me up. When I've prayed to Him for so long to just take me home. Still days that I do. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm just being honest with you, being real with you, and sharing what I deal with. It's very difficult for me to go to the cemetery. I did not go this weekend. Um, I may go next weekend. We'll see what happens. Um, I don't. I can't say that I don't enjoy going there. It is good for me to go, but it also is very sad. So it's hard for me to go. So yeah, I'm feeling better this week. Seriously, gonna try to get to the gym. I do have a meeting on Thursday night that I do have to go to, and yeah. So if you want to share this video, if you want, with someone that you know is grieving, um, or if you think that they would enjoy, having someone talk about grief every Sunday, or just how I'm coping with it, where I am with it, and how it affects me, you know, show them the link to the channel. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Like I said, I'm just a normal person being real with you about how I'm dealing with my grief journey. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week, that if you need someone to talk to, that you have someone. If you have any questions for me, or anything you'd like to ask me, talk to me about, or want me to talk about, just leave it in the comment section below. Like I said, I hope that you all have an amazing week, and I will see you next Sunday.